Hey up! Oh, welcome back to the Bingley Wheeler. Out and about on the old Moto Guzzi V7 Stone Special. Had this bike for a couple of years now. Still in the throes of the love affair. Brilliant bike. Oh, just listen to that, eh? The inimitable throb of a Moto Guzzi air-cooled V-twin. Yeah, and I'm out and about, so behind me is Colin and Gordon and Gazza. We did have Andy, but he's got a bit of a dicky shoulder, so he parted company with us at Massam. So thank you to everybody who made kind comments and wished me well on the back of the drop of the Yamaha FJR 1300. If you saw that video, my own stupid fault. And I think a couple of people, perhaps understandably from the thumbnail, thought that it was the second time I'd done it in space of a week, but no, touch wood, I've only dropped it once, that FJR. It was just the once. But when I say, oh no, not again, I mean because it's not that long ago that I dropped the classic 350. And I couldn't even lift that bugger up. Now, a few people mentioned the weight and said, I told you so, Wheeler. Getting a bike that's too heavy for you, but I'm afraid I have to observe that the dropping of the FJR there was absolutely nothing to do with the weight of the bike. I would have dropped any bike there because I had failed to observe that there was both an adverse camber and a downhill slope, and because I was being impatient and didn't want to bother turning the engine off just to get a quick thumbnail, I left it in neutral, and the rest, if you've watched that video, is history. So thanks again to Andy and that other kind gentleman that stopped and helped us to get that third of a ton nearly bike back upright. Oh dear. So anyway, yeah, thanks to all the kind comments. And yeah, to those that perhaps thought it was down to the weight of the bike, it wasn't. Of course, what is down to the weight of the bike, once you have dropped it, is the difficulty involved in lifting that amount of weight back up. But not a factor in the drop itself. Anyway, there we go. Hey! Now, I got I'm just going to have a bellyache about this. Me belly aching? Surely not. But I got a long, official sounding email recently concerning the ride iron gloves that I sort of promote stroke review occasionally, particularly the heated ones. And it was so long and official sounding, talking about European crash safety legislation and whether things are CE approved and all of that. And as I read through it, I thought, blimey, is this from some statutory body or other? Very official sounding. Has it come from the Health and Safety Executive or the Advertising Standards Authority or bloody the some statutory organisation like Trading Standards, something like that? because it read that way, and then at the end it said, and I trust that in future your channel will make it clear that these gloves from Ride Iron do not comply with this, that and the other certification or testing. Anyway, so I went on to check where this email had come from, and hey, lo and behold, it's from somebody at a private company, and a private company that tests or claims to test on behalf of various bodies the resilience, endurance and compliance, if you will, of protective clothing, PPE, for the likes of the police, the military and motorcyclists, etc, etc, etc. Well, maybe they do that, maybe they don't, I don't know, I can't be bothered checking. But either way, private company. So I didn't particularly take it too seriously then, because, as I always say, in regard to all the products that I, shall we say, I won't say promote, but give exposure to on this channel, if you want to take advantage of the discount that you can get by going through my affiliate links, there is always a caveat that I make clear, and that is, make absolutely 100% sure when you go through that link that on the website that the specs, the details, the specs, the specification, everything about the product in question, the detailed description, fulfills your requirements before you buy. That's the first thing to say, and I always point that out. It's always down to anybody buying anything to check that it fits with their requirements. And I sort of cover products on this channel if I have personally found them useful, right? So if I think they look like they represent value for money, and I think that they're useful, and that I've used them and I enjoy them, then obviously they qualify for featuring on the channel. And the vast majority of things that get sent my way don't make it onto the channel. But should point out, the only legal requirement that there is, period, in this country when it comes to wearing protective gear for motorcycling is headgear. Protective headgear, helmets. That's the only legal requirement at the moment, and until that changes, not only are you not required to wear clothing like gloves that complies to a certain testing standard, but you don't have to wear anything. So if you are daft enough or inclined enough to ride your motorcycle in nothing but a codpiece and a helmet, well, hey, then that's up to you. There is no requirement. And there are plenty of people, particularly in the summer months, who wear jackets and trousers and gloves that are just not armoured in any way, shape or form. Not, you know, proper motorcycle kit in a lot of cases. It's a choice you make yourself, and I'm sure, you know, we've all jumped on the bike to go on a short journey and just remained in a normal jacket and jeans, so there ain't no requirement. But the point I'm trying to make is, you know, if you're going to buy something, just make sure it fits with your requirements. It's common sense, really, isn't it? Aye, but yeah, I got that long email, and it came across as almost a rebuke, a critique. And then, you know, finishing up by saying, I trust that in future you will do A, B and C. Well, what I will do in the future is the A, B and C that I've always been doing, and I will not be doing anything different. But just found it rather unsurprising, should I say, that a company which is involved in the testing of protective equipment should be getting on my case a bit about the stuff that I promote from time to time on this channel. Oh, I know what's going on there. There we go, look. A couple of collie dogs. Look at these proper autumn bloody dithery roads. Oh, just needed to get that out of the way. Aye, so look at this. Not often you get a chance to ride out. It's start of November. And it's actually rideable weather, so let's make the most of it. So, a few stuff coming up on the channel which I'll probably cover at some future point. But I have got some beautiful chrome spotlights to fit to the classic 650. Oh. And I also think to the Royal Enfield Classic 650, that is, some beautiful spare pair of chrome spotlights. So I'll be covering that. But it would appear, thank you, it would appear that Royal Enfield launching something very new at EICMA, because they put up like a 15-second YouTube video recently indicating the arrival of something imminently, so that'll be interesting to see. I wonder if it'll be a bullet version of the classic 650. Let's see. Anyway, that's enough of my jabbering on and speculation. Sit back and enjoy the ride, and I'll catch you soon. So, ride safe, and I'll see thee. Oh, I'll see thee.